This is one of these mad as hell moments. I was driving into work this morning and I was listening to the radio, and a story came on with a gentleman that was in a position where there was going to be a decision whether he was going to be laid off or not. And it was one of those things, probably a mass layoff, where he was told to just wait by his computer and see if he was going to be laid off or not. What letter will he get? You have a job or you don't have a job. And that made me feel like, in an era where we are talking about being more humane, to show respect for people, the importance of listening to our staff, encouraging them, showing empathy, showing emotional mastery. And now we have a crisis situation in some companies where there are mass layoffs. And so this gentleman goes on to say that he did get a letter saying he was laid off, and the interviewer said, "What'd you do?" He said, "I started to cry." He said, "It changed my whole life." And so I'm going to pick on, there's many groups other than Twitter, but I'm going to pick on Elon Musk a second because, we read a lot about him. He's probably the most visible person that created a number of ways to create waves with Twitter and send out letters. Same thing, stay by the phone, stay by your computer, not even the phone, stay by your computer and you're going to get a letter saying whether you have a job or you don't have a job. And there's certain characteristics we need of those people that are going to be having the jobs. And then I went on to read, like, if you're in New York State, the rule is that you have to give 90 days notice. If you're in California, you give 60 days notice. So what did they do? They treated everyone differently based on the law. So if you're in one state, you're going to get a better package or a different package that you're in the other state. So are people being humane at this point in time, in this era of being sensitive and empathetic? Or are we being just somewhat ruthless in terms of making decisions? Businesses have to make decisions. They can't, go out of business and then everybody's not going to have a job. But is there a better way? So my question to you is, in this era of mass layoffs, what is the best way to handle that? Because right now, it's not going well, and many of these companies are just knee-jerk. You got to go, wait for a letter. Spend a couple more weeks. And talk to people. Pick up the phone and at least call them. Give them some, encouragement. They might be there for 10 years. They get a letter like, sorry, your job's done. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this for what it's worth.